A huge warning from Sweden, the Swedish government, off the back, of course, sadly, of the country having to deploy the military to deal with the rising gang violence in the country. You've also recently seen French President Emmanuel Macron warn that Islamist terrorism is rising in Europe. And sadly, we recently saw two Swedish nationals shot and killed, a third person wounded in Brussels on Monday night. The suspect fled the scene after the shooting as a football game between Belgium and Sweden was about to start. There was a massive manhunt. You saw Belgium raise its terror alert to the highest level, and subsequently a Tunisian gunman suspected of killing two Swedish football fans in Brussels died on Tuesday after being shot by police. And responding to this was the Swedish Prime Minister Ulf Kristersson, who said Sweden has, in modern times, never been under as big a threat as now, saying that everything indicates that this is a terrorist attack against Sweden and Swedish citizens simply because they are Swedish, and that these terrorists want to frighten us into obedience and silence. That will not happen, saying that Sweden and the EU must better protect their borders. And he said there, this is a time for more security. We cannot be naive. Now, according to the head of operations at the Swedish Security Service, they were saying that this individual was in Sweden for a short period about 10 years ago, that they travelled around Europe and the world with false identities. The Swedish Migration Agency saying that the man had previously been in a Swedish prison and resided illegally in Sweden. The offences for which he was convicted were not disclosed by the Swedish Migration Board. And so this Islamist attack in Belgium by a rejected asylum seeker from Tunisia who'd also lived in Italy and in Sweden, revealing some serious security failings. This person had first applied for asylum in Belgium in 2019, lost the case in 2020 and was issued an order to leave Belgium. And you've got the Belgian Prime Minister there, Alex de Croo, saying he had in fact been ordered to leave the territory. He was not in an asylum centre, he was in Brussels, he no longer had a home, and therefore the services were not able to follow him. And that's one of the big questions to which he wants answers. Questions about how this person continued to live in Belgium illegally. An Italian government source actually telling Reuters that the man had arrived on the Italian island of Lampedusa. We know recently a huge number of people have been arriving there. Serious questions again when it comes to the EU's open borders. You had the Sweden Democrats MEP Charlie Weimers saying Swedes are recommended to hide their nationality in Europe, their home. Complacency in the face of Islamism must end right here, right now, and illegal migration to the EU must end. As ever, I will keep bringing you all the latest on this and more, guys. Thanks for watching.